The Young and the Hopeless is the second studio album by American rock band Good Charlotte. Produced by Eric Valentine, the album was released on October 1, 2002, in the United States by Epic and Daylight Records. The album received mainly negative reviews from music critics, but was a major commercial success, going triple platinum in the United States. The album spawned 5 singles, 3 of which are Euro lifestyles of the rich and famous, the Anthem, and Girls and Boys, a Euro crossed over from modern rock radio to pop radio. In support of the record, the band toured exhaustively, mounting 2 arena tours in 1 year. Background: Good Charlotte formed in 1996 as in a garage of starving kids, barely making ends meet. After leaving their home state of Maryland, Good Charlotte was signed to Epic imprint Daylight Records and released their debut album, Good Charlotte. It did not sell as well as the label hoped, and the group were nearly dropped from the label. Upon entering the studio, Joel Madden recalled, "We wanted a hit record, to do something big and important." Eric Valentine often played mediator between the band members, who could often bicker during pre-production. According to Benji Madden, the band were not shy about desiring to make the pop charts. The anthem was written after producers of an unspecified movie asked for a song to include on the soundtrack. The song was rejected by the producers, however. Commercial performance: The Young and the Hopeless debuted at number 7 on the Billboard 200 with first-week sales of 117,000 copies. By August 2003, the album had sold over 2 million copies, and by October 2004, 3 million. At that time, the album was still charting on the Billboard 200, 2 years after its release. The album's singles lifted the band from modern rock radios to top 40, with all 3 major singles crossing over to the format. Each had major success of MTV's Total Request Live. As of 2011, it had sold over 3.5 million copies in the U.S. Reception: Reviews of The Young and the Hopeless were mostly negative. Tom Seemley of AllMusic called it downright predictable, an album that is worn cliché copyright plenty on each track. Greg Kot of Rolling Stone gave the album 2 stars out of 5, remarking, "Good Charlotte are much more persuasive when they let their vulnerability crack through the surface of these slightly overbooked songs, in which elaborate production touches mask the band's 3-chord limitations." Christina Feliciano of Entertainment Weekly deemed the record generic, writing, "These 14 tidily produced songs not only sound a lot like each other, they also resemble ones by someone else, namely, Blink-182. And that band unregistered trademark tunes derive from elsewhere still." A reviewer for Uncut was slightly more positive, commenting, "Though, on occasion, they are Green Day light, there are enough solid rock moments to keep their youthful following happy." Mark Beaumont of NME was one positive review, saying, "This is the sudden extra fold of punk pop's cerebral cortex, the evolutionary leap into an unexpected maturity." Adrian Begrand of Pop Matters was very negative. When citing lyrics on the album that criticize reviews, he responded, "Maybe if the band dropped all the pretense of their supposed punk aesthetic, from the spiky hair to the piercings, and actually wrote and produced albums that contain good, honest, DIY substance, and not this corporate rock soda pop garbage, then perhaps they could find something a bit more pertinent to complain about." Retrospective reviews have been more kind to the album. In 2012, Rock Sound stated, "The Young and the Hopeless was the start of Good Charlotte's world domination, and opened up a lot of doors for people just getting into rock and pop-punk circa 2002. The album was included in Rock Sound Euro's 101 Modern Classics list at number 37. The album was included at number 36 on Rock Sound Euro's the 51 Most Essential Pop-Punk Albums of All Time list. BuzzFeed included the album at number 10 on their 36 pop-punk albums you need to hear before you fire Euroing die list. Touring: The band toured exhaustively in support of The Young and the Hopeless. "I think we did 365 shows in 365 days, for 3 years. We had about 2 weeks off each year," said Joel Madden. In 2003, the group performed 2 arena tours. They first went out on the 2003 Honda Civic Tour, co-headlining with New Found Glory. Their fall 2003 trek was performed alongside supporting acts Eve 6, The Living End, and Something Corporate. Their experiences at the Reading and Leeds festivals was very negative. The band got bottled by the angry crowd. These experiences, plus poor critical reviews and reception from other bands, made the group bitter and cynical. In retrospect, Joe Madden remarked, "Everything that you can imagine, we were doing it. There were so many girls, so many parties, so much craziness. I look back now at some of the things I said and did at the time and think what was that all about? Unregistered trademark? Dual disc versions of the album. This album was included among a group of 15 dual disc releases that were test marketed in Boston and Seattle. The dual disc has the standard album on one side, and bonus material on the second side. The dual disc version was later reissued in a more widely distributed version. The original test market version differs from this common version in both packaging elements and in the design of the back of the inlay card. Track listing: all songs written by Benji Madden and Joe Madden, except where noted. Good Charlotte, Billy Martin, rhythm guitar keyboard, Benji Madden, lead guitar, backing vocals, lead vocals on the Day That I Die, Joe Madden, lead vocals, backing vocals on the Day That I Die, Paul Thomas, bass guitar. Additional personnel: Josh Freese, drums, David Campbell, string arrangements. Technical personnel: Brad Aarons, A&R, Ken Allardyce, engineer, Dave Cooley, computer editing, Sam Erickson, photography, Sean Evans, art direction, Brian Gardner, mastering, Good Charlotte, arranger, Stephen Jarvis, equipment technician, Nathaniel Kunkel, string engineer, David Massey, A&R, Wes Seidman, computer editing, Jason Slater, computer editing, Eric Valentine, arranger, producer, engineer, string arrangements, mixing, Trevor Whatever, studio assistant. Charts, singles, Billboard. Chart positions, note, for all the certification definitions see, certifications. References, citations. Sources. External links, official site, The Young and the Hopeless on Sony Music Box, Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous on Sony Music Box, The Anthem on Sony Music Box, Girls and Boys on Sony Music Box, Hold On Sony Music Box.